What's going on, good people? I think I came in this bitch about 2 minutes early. Miss Tia Smith, what it is? Empress Fett. I got to learn how to say these names. Keisha Wilson, Teresa Mann, Sybil with a scythe. Sybil with a spiritual scythe. Cutting down, cutting cords, baby. Daniel Soto, Shinnery Bailey, Crystal, Emmy, where you been? Girl, did you go? Did you take that trip? Where you been? Oh, I just get stressed anytime I say something that's stress. That name freak me out. Sybil with a sight. That's stressful, boy. Simply Brianna B. What's up, Tamiko? Blue Flame, what it is? Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory. What's going on, Dee Dee the Alchemy? I done did the 2 minute mark. I got 15 more seconds, then we'll get into it. I know I'm looking all youthful and shit. You know, I ain't dye my beard or dye my hair. I just got some damn rest. So all the bags that was under my eye from the reading, them bitches, I slept them bitches away. I took me some melatonin over the weekend, and boy, did I sleep. That shit ain't just for drugging kids, women. Men can take it too. Let me stop. I'm showing my color. All right. Everybody, what's going on? Let me jump on into this thing, man. Let me jump on into this thing. All right, everybody. So today we're gonna talk about a special ancestor energy. I gotta get the laugh out because I remember dating a girl who told me to come to a crib back about 15 years ago before I even knew what melatonin was. She like, give me about 30 minutes. I just gave the kids some melatonin. I'm like, what? I say, what that mean? Oh, they'll be asleep by the time you get here and they'll sleep all night. I was like, is that legal? She she mixed it with she mixed it with I think it was like cough syrup, something start with an R, one of them damn cough syrup, and then some melatonin mix of that bit. Them kids was gone, baby. They was gone. I don't even think she put them in the bed. She left the motherfuckers scrouted out on the couch and on the floor. I was a jit at the time. I ain't give a fuck. But yeah, man. So y'all start drugging the kids with it. Yeah, Robitussin. That Robitussin mixed with goddamn melatonin dropped them kids for the whole night. That's what she did. I'm just saying. But yeah, so y'all stop drugging them kids with the melatonin. God, I take it and I feel damn good. So it must make them feel energetic the next day. It's a lose-lose situation. All right, let me get real with it, y'all. Hey everybody, so today we're gonna talk about a special style of ancestor energy. Now, as you guys have been following me, you know that all these prayers have been working. I've been getting emails and comments stating how these prayers have been causing people to heal the people in their family that has been hurt. They've been seeing changes from their family that was hurt or mistreated or abused, and the parents, the grandparents, and the guardians that did the abusing. These spirits are coming back and they're making amends for what they did in the past, and that's what these prayers is all about. We can't fix us. We can't manage our lives. We can't do what we need to do because we carry so much baggage from what people have done to us, what our ancestors have did to us, with us, how they conspired against us, didn't support us, abused us, and things of that nature. So we carry that hatred, and it stops us from getting through all of our 12 houses. And since I started this, I mean, I just came up with something and just say, I'm just going to start praying to my ancestors because I wanted to be a better person. And I knew that what my mom put me through as a youth, and how everybody, my uncle, and how everybody mistreated me as a youth, it made me quite a bad person for quite a long time. I mean, the grow up with the nickname Monster, that says something. I'm a beautiful person, so they wasn't saying it because I'm mo ugly mofo. That was my attitude. That was my nature at one point. So I had to become more than just a monster. They had to see me as more than a monster. And if your own mother, family calling you a monster, everybody thinking you're violent, ready to pop off, then it spoke to me. Then I got my children, and I realized I was passing those same petty hurt characteristics off to my children, those same generational curses, and it wasn't coming from the family. And that's what made me realize it so bad. This generational curse was coming directly from me. I was instilling it into my oldest son, into my son under him, into all my boys. But when it came to that little girl, 15 years ago, when it came to that little girl, something changed. It clicked inside here. Like, you can't disavow this one. You can't tell her rub some dirt in it and go outside. This one here got emotion. This one here got feeling. This one here is going to create nations and kingdoms for the new world to be. So I had to change here. And how did I have to, and how do I do that when only thing I knew was hurt? Only thing I knew was pain. Only thing I knew was giving her pain and hurting people, receiving pain and getting hurt. How do I change that? I couldn't change it with going to counseling with my emotions and stuffing my energy and hoping, wishing, and praying, meditating every day. That shit don't do nothing but helps you deal with the moment. How do we deal with the past hurt? How do we deal with the past anger? How do we deal with the past energies and weights that's on us? And how do we carry that into the future, just making sure that it don't come up again? Because we're going to always face trials and tribulations. So I had to say, what I thought to myself, what's the main thing that's fucking with me? Why do I hate this? Why can't I use the LOVE word back in the day when I supposed to have loved these women? Why couldn't I say that word and mean it? Why did I have to fake it and shit? Why when I said it was cliche? Because I never felt I had that love, right? So what's the first person that's supposed to love a son? The mother. And if my mother didn't love me, how could I trust a woman to love me, right? So I had to start healing her because she wasn't loved. Her mother wasn't loved. So on, and so on. So now that we're talking about this and we putting it out there, we're shedding those tears and we're putting ourselves in the position, in the mindset, and in the time era, and in the situations that our ancestors went through, we can sympathize with them a little bit more, and then we can actually pray for them. And by God, goddamn, it's working. Because I love my mama. That's always gonna be my favorite girl. But we didn't have such a good relationship. And she didn't do half of the stuff she's doing for me when she was living that she is doing for me in the spiritual world. She's coming back cleaning up all of my BS. She's coming back apologizing. She's coming back paying off a debt. She's coming back showing me she loves me in a spiritual form. And it should be happening to you. From some of the emails and the comments I'm getting, it's happening to them. As long as we keep this mindset up that we are going to get better, that as we heal them and as we show them sympathy and empathy, God damn it, it's going to trickle down to us because they are in us. We are the sum total of our ancestors. What came before them? Millions and millions of everything. And we just got to keep healing them. And as we heal them, we going to heal us. Because I have never been so happier in my life than what I am right now. I tell you this, I got so much control over me at this moment. And it took me 2 to 3 years of talking to my ancestors, understanding what they were saying, for me to get to this point where I feel I could stand in the middle of everybody, a rampaging shooter, and goddamn it, won't one bullet hit me, because I know my ancestors will be there to deflect that shit. And if one do hit me, it's gonna do more damage to the person who fired the bitch than to me, because they gonna get his ass. And boy, am I gonna send my goons at their ass proper. So people, these prayers is not no for show. This shit is not for a like or a view or a share. This shit is to really heal us, because we need to heal them. Some of us ain't never talked to our parents. Some of us ain't never have a real conversation. Some of us couldn't go to our parents and say, hey, you did this to me and you hurt the fuck out of me and I don't like you for that. But I love you from a parent, but you gonna listen to me and you gonna hear. Some of us didn't have that privilege to go over there and say, hey, you did me wrong and you was wrong and this is how I felt, because we still had that reverence for them. Some of your ancestors couldn't go to their parents and say, hey, I ain't like what you did. You hurt me for no reason and you was wrong. We never got the chance to do this. But right now, it's not about forming blame. It's about saying, I understand the mindset you was in. You couldn't show me the love because you didn't know how to love. You wasn't loved, so you didn't know how to show me how to love. And because I wasn't loved, I didn't understand how to love my own personal children outside of providing the bare essentials. Taking care of them, feeding them, clothing them, making sure they got to school, did everything right. But what about that emotional connection? What about when I did lose my temper and I spanked one of my children because what I thought they should get spanked for? Not to stop and see, why did you did? I never asked my kids why. What the fuck would you do that for? God damn, look at the mess. Come here. Pop on their ass. The kid probably like, Dad, I thought this how it's supposed to be, but I didn't give him that. It wasn't until that little girl was born that I had to understand that I couldn't adult like my parents adulted me, because I grew up with resentment. And I don't want my kids to grow up with resentment from me. We got to give our ancestors leeway. And I had a great conversation the other day about leeway, to which I'm going to share with you guys. I'm transparent as fuck. Y'all know the Baron, I'm transparent as hell. It is what it is. You feel the need to use it against me at a later date, go for it. It's just going to spread the message just that much more. So my children, my oldest boy, my two oldest boys, they got to be about 14, 15, 16, and I started thinking, maybe I'm doing this parenting thing a little wrong. They was good kids. They never got abused or nothing. Healthy boys. I mean, they could speak their own mind, and I taught them to speak their own mind, but stand firm on what they speak, but do it respectfully. They grew up with great morals. If you ever meet any of my kids, any of y'all out there who know me and I met my kids, you get like the Baron ain't bullshit. And you got some great, intelligent, straight up savage ass, but morally sound boys. So I asked my children one day. I came home from work. I had a really bad day, and I said, "Hey, y'all, get y'all asses in here." And I like to act like I'm mad at them and scream and shout and probably knock over some shit. And they coming out with that stupid look on the face. Oh, fuck, Dad, upset. And I said, y'all sit y'all asses down. So I went to the refrigerator and got them all some Haagen-Dazs ice cream, they own flavor. No, Ben and Jerry's. Each one of them had the weird ass motherfucking taste buds back in the day. So I got them each day on Ben and Jerry's with the spoon and everything. And I sat them down and I said, hey, I say, have I ever offended you guys in any way? I say, be honest. I say, I'm not going to get mad. I'm asking you this. So I got to be prepared for the question, for the answer to the question I'm asking you. I say, have I ever hurt you? Have I ever assaulted you? Have I ever abused you in any way? Not the state's definition of abuse, not my definition of abuse, but your definition of abuse. And I was surprised to know what my children told me. They said, Dad, when we came to you talking about that girl that liked us, you blew it off and called her a bitch and told her the whole one shit. And he said, I really like that girl. And so I stopped talking to her. In his mind, that was abuse. But I was living off my own ideology of how they should be raised because I always got treated shitty by women. Yeah, it's true. This beautiful bitch right here always got treated bad by women. I don't know. Maybe they were blind. But that was a form of abuse for him. I said, okay. I said, I'm so sorry, son. I said, where's this girl now? He said, oh, she moved away. I say, well, the next girlfriend you fall in love with, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to make sure you treat her right. I'm going to show you how to buy her this. I'm going to show you how to get respect from her. I say, I'm going to show you how to respect her. And when he turned 18, he took that girl to the prom. I not only bought his suit, his hotel room, his limo, I even bought her prom dress, her stuff, because her parents couldn't afford it at the time, and I was doing quite well. My son still talk to me about that today. He like, Dad, that blue and gray look good on me and her, and he still, but that I abused him in that moment. I had to take that in. It wasn't I was beating him, molesting him. It was the simple fact that I didn't understand him and I put him in a pain point. So I abused him. My other son, go down the line. I say, hey man, be frank, be G. I say, I want you to, I say, son, let's be frank and earnest. I say, I'm gonna be frank and you can be earnest. And he started laughing. Dad jokes, you get it? And I say, have I ever abused you, harmed you, hurt you, made you feel any sort of way? My son said, yes. Now, this is the most savage son I got, y'all. I mean, he's a military cat. He dropped bombs on bitches. That's all. I don't even want to know what he do because I raised him. But he said, Dad, remember when you spanked my ass? I say, nigga, I ain't never spanked you. He say, we had that fight in the living room. I say, yeah, because you bowled back up at me. I say, boy, I don't care. 15, 16, 14, you ain't finna throw your chest up me and ball your fist like you finna whoop on daddy's ass. It ain't gonna happen. He say, I can respect you fighting me. Get this shit. I can respect you fighting me and standing your ground. Now, this is how he talking to me. I can respect you fighting me and standing your ground. He say, but I think it fell into obsessiveness because you took it too far. I say, what you mean? He say, after I was on the couch and I grabbed the pillow to block myself, he say that you pulled me off the couch by my leg and say you stood over me like a menacing maniac. And he say, I was afraid of you for the first time in my life. He say, in my mind, that was abuse. I hit that kid 3 times, but I was so enraged, I drug him off the couch and I was over him. I didn't punch him while he was on the ground. We respectable men. If your ass hit the ground, you're on the ground. You get back up, that's your ass again. And that kind of broke me down because I was in a fit of rage at that time. And I bullied my son from an older man to a younger man. I didn't put myself in his position. Why? And I didn't ask myself, why was my son so pissed off to the point at me that he felt the need to swell up, ball his fists up, and want to attack his father? Was I not there for my son emotionally? Did I tell him to do the bullshit man the fuck up energy? Or my way, my house, my rules? Long as you under my rule, you gonna do what the fuck I say. Did I bring him that energy? But he got so mad that he stood up to me and he balled his fist, and I couldn't let that happen on no fucking universe, no planet will I ever let one of my kids whoop on my ass. I seen that motherfucking show, The Secret with Mr. Johnson. That bitch would never happen to me. I think that movie should be thrown in the trash and got the fuck rid of. Cause that shit is unrealistic as fuck. But that's what he said. Those are the only two times my kids said that I made them feel unlike themselves, unlike I didn't love them and everything. And I had to apologize to my kids for that. And now me and my kids got a great relationship because I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I could only understand them from the mindset of what I understand. I know I could only teach them, show them, and deal with them from the level of the mindset and the energy of the emotion that I was dealt with. I had to change that. And how did I change that, good people? I had to sit up there and I had to go and heal them ancestors. So if that energy is still inside of me, if that anger from my ancestors, if that cluelessness from my mom and them, if that pettiness from my fucking cousin them, if that shit is inside of me, and when every time we hit one of them 7 chakra points, them emotional spectrum, that shit boil up. And what avatar is gonna come to the fucking forefront and face my issues? And they're gonna face my issues with the ideology of how they had to deal with theirs. So that's why I say I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a god any day. And that, by that theory and that logic alone, it is working, y'all. Please keep up with these prayers. Please keep healing your ancestor energy. Please. We go to the dark side of the soul so goddamn much, we know what the fuck we capable of. Let's stop trying to go to the dark side of us and shit and see the badness. Hell, half of that badness is coming from what was instilled in us by people mistreating us. I mean, let's get serious about this here now. I'm not finna play no goddamn games. How they say on TikTok, if you think I came to fuck around with you, you got another motherfucking thing coming. I see a lot of people saying, I gotta do shadow work. I gotta do shadow work. That's admirable. And do the fucking shadow work. But how the fuck you gonna do shadow work if you can't face the simple fact that your ancestors was a pedophile? That you can't face the simple fact that your ancestors unalive people. That you can't face the simple fact that your ancestor was a traitor. That your ancestor didn't love you. That your ancestor didn't do. How can you do the dark side? Because that still lends to regret. Regret lends to doubt. Doubt lends to fear. Fear lends to stagnation. Stagnation lends to you coming up with a solution based on your own understanding to the point where you can't do nothing but what the fuck you know. And people, we don't know a goddamn thing. But our ancestors do, because they've lived through the emotional spectrum. They've perished dealing with those issues, and after they perished, they instantly got it how to fix it. And this is what we do. This is what Soul Tribe do. This is what everybody should do. I'm really preaching. I told myself this weekend, I looked in the mirror and say, you know what, Baron, you a master teacher. I said, you just not somebody spreading information. You're not just somebody trying to heal the world. I said, man, you're a master teacher. I said, you need to honor yourself as such. You need to talk to yourself as such. You need to talk to the people as such. Be a master teacher. And that's what I'm doing. People, listen to me. Healing our ancestors is the most challenging things we're going to have to do. And the ancestors don't just start with your mother and father. It don't start with your auntie. It don't start with your grandma. Healing the ancestors goes all the way back to the beginning of time. The people you don't know. That's why we miss the mark by giving them names and titles and grandma, grandpa, granddad, third auntie, great, 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 great. Some of them people weren't so great. So how about we just talk about the energy that they experienced, situations that they might have dealt with that they couldn't manifest, they couldn't overcome, but that you have the insight and foresight and that they have the hindsight to know that, guess what? We can do Have I tapped in City Girl style yet? People, I want you guys to get this. It's happening for me. I'm healing. I am feeling good. My mother in my dreams, rather somebody say it can be your imagination. I got a negative comment, believe it or not, about this. I got a negative comment saying, oh, that's your imagination. That's what your heart's desire want. And that's what you're manifesting, that in the dream, in the fictitious world, that your mother is helping you. But that's your imagination, because if she would have helped you, no. If we think like that, we lost. If we think like that, we lost. I believe, and I truly believe in my heart, that by me forgiving my parents, by me forgiving my ancestors, by me saying those prayers and meaning it and shedding them tears and telling them I love them no matter what they've been through, by me seeing their side and giving them a little bit of my energy so they can walk this path and heal themselves, God damn it, they ain't got no choice but to be thankful and grateful and come back through the spirit form and help us get our stuff together. So don't let nobody talk you out of this particular method of praying. Don't ever. Because the times are coming when they trying to take away our spirituality. They trying to make us cybered up. And if we can't get this shit together, and if we don't have something to stand on, my God, we're going to be drones, automatons, all that shit. So I want to share something with you, and this is that. So I was just talking about that. So I know that that wasn't ancestor prayer. That just was a quick little message. So the type of ancestor energy we're going to pray for today, good people, is we're going to pray, and women, don't get mad at me because it happened on both sides. We're going to be praying for the ancestor energy that ruins men and women, that ruins people in relationships. And hear me out. And again, I'm transparent. So, because my people that I'm going to talk about in this, they heavy Christian, they don't watch my channel. They think I'm spooky. But I'll leave their names out and all that stuff. But, so, a relative of mine, beautiful girl, got with this man, professor. Very, very intelligent brother. He was well-to-do. Keep in mind, we came from a poor circumstance, living situation. We wasn't well-to-do family. We wasn't even sit down at the dinner table and eat type family. We was fix your plate, go outside, go in your room type energy. So we didn't know what unity was growing up. So this guy understood all of that. So he gets with this particular female in my family. And over the years, over 15 years, he attempted to deal with this woman. He attempted to make this woman better. He attempted to build her up, change her circumstance. He made her get a degree, college degree, moved her out of the hood and moved into fancy digs, went through 2 cars, 3 cars probably. I mean, damn near adopted her other children. And this man gave it all on the line, only to end up homeless, sleeping in his car, when she decided to go to another person. Throughout all the infidelity that this man experienced, he stayed faithful, pretty much. And I looked at him one day, and he was a wretch, and he asked me for $300. I say, why? He said, I want to go and pay the light bill. He said, I don't want to go home because if I go there and I ain't got the money, she'll be angry at me. I say, okay, here goes $700. I say, before you go home, I say, come go out to eat with me. Took him to eat. Bought him a nice plate of food. My man scarfed that shit down. I said, all right. I said, you got gas in your car? He said, I got a little bit. Just filled this tank up. This is my brother, y'all. This is who I consider my brother to this day. I say, everything all right? So I drove into the bank, got the money out. I said, go on home. So I had made a phone call to my family member, and I had literally paid the bill for him over the phone. So the light bill was paid. So now he got this money in his pocket. He have a chance to do whatever he needs to do. He could have pocketed the money, kept the money, but he was just that good, decent of a dude. And I give it to this brother. He was just that decent of a dude. He went home and he gave the money to my relative. My relative, where you got this from? So he got it from the Baron. Oh, okay, good. So they, from what he was telling me after the fact, because we talk on the regular now, he was saying like my relative was gonna call the light bill company and not pay the past due amount, but put something on it. And to her surprise, it was already paid. And that's when he realized he had let this woman take him down to nothing. Now, a lot of us go through that shit. I done been through it. I done experienced it myself. And women, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You guys experience it the most. Where y'all put it all on the line for us men, and we just run y'all through raggedy, put you down, grind you down, and then at the end of the day, y'all realize y'all ain't got nothing, and we done moved on. Yeah, we notorious for that, and not just black men. This is men all around the world. I could think about some communities, some cultures where it happened more readily than others, but I could tell you it don't happen like that in the black community. I can truly attest for that shit, but that's neither here nor there. He realized that it took everything he had in him to leave that family member of mine, and this man had to start over from the bottom. Awarded educator, renowned where he come from. Now, how does that relate to our ancestor prayer this morning? That energy of the person who gives it all to their own detriment, people, who gives it all to their own sadness, who gives it all to their own demise. We need to pray for them, because it's a lot of good women, it's a lot of good men that done failed by their love, that done let their heart lead them so fucking far into the abyss of trying to respect, adore, honor, and cherish their mate to the point where they died not achieving that goal, to where they died losing everything, to where they just perished, not seeing a dream met, not seeing a business created, not seeing the love of their life show them the honor and respect they need. And you don't think that person is in agony? You don't think that person is going through shit right now, going through pure fucking hell right now? And who the fuck is praying for the person who gave it all? Who the fuck praying for the person who put it all on the line? I'm going to take it a little step further. That was relationship aspect, because I want to give you this. So I want you guys to know what energy you're praying for, because we got to heal this ancestor energy. Let's take it up there to our soldiers. Let's take it out there to our military men. No matter the color of creed, no matter what army you fight for, good or bad, light versus dark, Putin, and I don't know the other guy name, man, really offhand. The war on drugs, the war on all this, it's a fight, it's a battle, right? The war on guns, it's a battle. But what about those soldiers? What about those warriors? What about those men and women who put it all on the line and make the ultimate sacrifice to their own detriment for the love of land and country and people and freedom? No matter how your ideologies go, no matter if you're a heavy-end racist, no matter whether you're a pro-black militia, no matter if you and all that other stuff, okay? You put it on the line for the people you love, and you sacrifice what the fuck you are, what you stand for, what you hold dear, to make sure everything and everybody is safe, secure, and sound, to the point where your dreams don't get realized, to the point where your life isn't worth nothing anymore. You see yourself as a shell of a person and you're on autopilot and you're just making sure everybody and everything is around you is just doing well and doing good. We need to pray for them energies there. We need to pray for that energy. We need to pray for them souls there. I'll give you one more, then we'll get into some real stuff here. Let's talk about our nurses, our first responders, EMP, the people who rush in. I keep hearing stories about that mass deal in Texas where all these officers didn't rush in. I'm not praying for y'all. I'm not praying for y'all. But let's talk about the people who do rush in, the first responders, the nurses who have to deal with the sick, risk getting contaminated. Let's talk about the goddamn first responder who have to go in the war zone to pick up them bodies, to pick up them people and administer aid. Let's talk about them knowing that it's a suicide mission, but they go anyway because they understand the greater good and they feel like their life ain't worth nothing no more because they've been doing the job so long that they have to make it happen. They have to bring this person back to their loved ones. They have to make sure that person is okay. They have to keep a smile on that person's face because they lay it all on the line. We pray for them ancestors. This ain't a joke, people. A hero is very cute, but you don't know what a hero goes through. And in my mind, my friend, my brother, my person who put it all on the line for my relatives, that man was a hero. Because he took somebody who didn't come from shit, who didn't understand shit, who didn't understand how to love, who grew up in the same abusive atmosphere, and he let it take him down to nothing, to the point where he's asking for money, getting help and handouts. And so many of us have done it ourselves, have been to the point where we've been on the begging end. Please love me. Please give me some gas money. Please just see me for who I am. Don't you see all the pain and misery I'm going through to make you smile? Don't you see every time I want to speak my piece, I got to shut the fuck up just so we can be happy in a unit? Don't you see every time I go out there and I put on that badge and that shield, I go out there, I got to risk life and limb. Every time I put on them damn smocks and all that other damn gear, the scrubs and shit, and mask up that anytime a bitch body could bust open and spores and shit can infect me. God damn it, do you see me doing this for you? Love me, respect me, cherish me, heal me, help me, comfort me. But sometimes we don't get that. People go to their graves hoping and wishing somebody saw them, hoping and wishing somebody understood them, hoping and wishing that somebody just knew what the hell they was thinking and why they did what they did. But we'll go to their repast service and we'll give them flowers, we'll cry, we'll laugh a little bit, we'll get a little drunk, and we'll talk about it, and 3 months later we don't forget every damn thing they ever did until they image flash up on the Facebook, or till we walk past the obituary or something, or till we see one of their offspring or something. Then it floods back. And not one time did we say thank you for being who you were. Thank you for putting it on the line. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. No, we don't do that. But this morning we gonna do it. We gonna heal them. And we gonna tell them we thank them for their sacrifice. We gonna thank them for putting it all on the line. We gonna thank them for learning how to deal with a wicked, wretch ass nigga like myself. A wicked wretch of a person such as y'all. And for building you guys up to the point that you can see daylight now. For you standing on their fucking spine and their neck and crushing their goddamn skull to where you can see daylight. Their ass is under the ground. Their ass is gone. And your livelihood and your safety and your mental strength and fortitude and your bravado and your ego is standing on their ass. We're not giving them people respect and love anymore. Because it's common knowledge. It's our shit. They supposed to do it for us. I'm a woman. It's supposed to happen. I'm a man. Fuck that. She's supposed to worship me. I'm a king. That's my mama. They supposed to did it. That's my daddy. That's what they brought me here for. That's my son. He's supposed to honor me. That's my daughter. She know what to do. You know how much mental fortitude and strength it takes to push through the bullshit that's hurting you? It's like walking through a field of roses, thorns, spikes, stacking on your ass. And you walking through because you know once you get to the end, that person that you got to deliver whatever you delivering to is going to be happy and safe, and you got to deal with the scrapes and bruises. Our ancestors perished. Some of our ancestors perished feeling that way. Even when it came down to the civil rights movement, even when it came down on that plantation, the brothers who had to endure not being able to protect their wives and their mates from whatever master wanted to do. The women who had to sit up there and go through that shit and had to deal with that shit just so hubby wouldn't get traded off or slain. But I saw a damn TikTok where a motherfucker was blaming men for not uprising against the masters. Okay, you uprise, then they kill you and your whole damn family. He had to take that punishment, look less than a man. The women had to sit up there and go through that shit, look less than a woman. But they still found a way to love each other. And here we are, modern day, fighting one another, man versus woman. You don't defend me. You don't respect me. You don't. So fucking what? God damn it. I want to be with you. You want to be with me. If I don't like your attitude, I want to be with that one. If you don't like my attitude, go be with this one. Simple solution. But the beefing and the warring, it got to stop, people. That just is a side tangent. But think about the people who put it all on the line. And they get no praise, no help, no love. And they go down, chill. They go down in the gutter, the dirt, and they end up bombing money for change. And then the person finds something else that suits their fancy after they done went through their little pain points and done did their little dark night of the soul, and they done got through all their shit, and nobody looked to bring that person back up who we done stepped on. That person died in the gutter alone. Let's pray for them, people. Let's pray for their asses. This is what we pray for this morning. The people who gave it all, whether it was in a relationship, whether it was in a job setting, whether it was the made the ultimate sacrifice for your ass. Let's pray for them. Let's pray for that ancestor energy. People, we got to stop being so full of our fucking selves and thinking this world is meant to, think the people in the world owe us something. We got to stop being so petty, and we got to start loving one another. We got to start doing what we got to do for one another. We got to start building each other up. We got to start appreciating what people are doing for us today instead of looking for fault in them. Because I look in the mirror and I see faults every fucking day. I look at my mate and see faults. I look at my children and see faults. I look at the world and see faults. I look at the TV and see faults. I look at the politicians and see faults. But then what is these people doing good? Damn it, can I see what they did good? Let's focus on that. And let's thank them for that. But right now, my heart is heavy. Because we are not respecting those of our ancestors who left this world not being recognized, not giving their crown while they was here. Ancestors that went through shit and put it on the line. Walked through all our bullshit for us. Walked through the bullshit for our grandparents. Suffered through all that nonsense. And nobody gave them the recognition to say, I see you. I see what you're doing. I know you got to sit up there, and I know you got a heavy crown to bear. I say, I know you carrying that damn weight of the world on your neck like a millstone, and it's dragging you down, and you're doing everything you can to lift yourself up. I understand. Ain't nobody telling each one of us that. And imagine if we can't do it now when we got social media where we can see each other in an instant. Imagine the people who didn't have cell phones and social media time. Imagine the people who went out there hunting down them lions, lost a damn arm just to bring back the carcass for the village to eat. He was celebrated. Oh, thank you. But then when he come perform any more duties, they cast him aside. You only as good as you is right now. A lot of our ancestors went to their grave with that mentality. A lot of our ancestors went to their goddamn heavenly place feeling nobody cared about them, nobody did anything. A lot of our war veterans come home from the war and feel that way, like we don't support them, they ain't getting no support. A lot of people in relationship put it on the line and feel like they ain't getting nothing. Some people unalive themselves, some people unalive each other because they don't see no other way. But we gonna pray for their soul. I understand where you're at, ancestor, and we gonna make this happen. We gonna make this work. We gonna make this right. And I'm gonna recognize you, whether you understand it or not. Whether I know you, I'm letting you know I recognize you. You ain't even gotta be my blood. I recognize the ones who's doing it just from my mindset, just for anything I can imagine up in here, that they put it on the line for their relative, black, white, don't matter. Don't care your race or creed. If you put it on the line and you was ignored, if you putting it out there and you just let that shit run you down, but you know why you did it, to make everybody else's life better and happy, damn it, ancestor, this is what I'm praying for you. My prayer is not going to be stopped by any color, creed, or culture. People, y'all understanding me here. Y'all know them words I like to see. Y'all know what I like to see. I want to make sure y'all getting it. There you go. There you go, Miss Rogers. Janetta, you know it. Candy, you see it. Queen Beijing on point. You got it. That's them words I want to see. Because when we say so mold it be, that's saying the mode of method that we are doing, we need to make it happen. So mold it be. The mode of method, let it be. Let it become reality. Let it move. Let it work. So mold it be. It's magic in that word. That's why when we do these prayers, I want to hear it. So mold it be. After the end of all your prayers, it ain't no amen. So mold it be. Give your prayer some energy. Give your prayer some life. Give your prayer direction. Hello. Everybody getting it now, goddammit. You know what song just came to mind? And it's an old song. I never could do the dance to the bitch, but I used to watch people do it on YouTube. With this prayer that came to mind, Kiki, do you love me? That song just came to mind. And you see how spirit work? These are the ancestors asking, do y'all love me? Do you appreciate me for doing this? That's how I could hear their voice and relate to me. Kiki, do you love me? They hear us. They hear us, people. They hear us. And they know we're going to make them better. So I ain't going to keep you guys too long. Let's get this prayer started. Oh, source. Heavenly energy. I don't know whether to call you father, woman, it, source, I don't know. But I'm saying the powers that be, the powers that create the energies of the universe, the energies out of the bleed. I ask that you grant me an audience with my barons so that we may be able to talk to my ancestors and everybody at Ancestor. Stand in the gap so that I can hear him and they can hear me. Thank you so much. My baron, my God, my friend, you have guided me and protected me throughout my whole life. And you never once asked me for a thing. And I just want to thank you for that. You have guided and protected mankind throughout their whole life, and you have been abused by some spiritual practitioners, and you never really say nothing. Nobody ever really thank you. They'll offer you this, but they never thank you. I'm thanking you, Baron. Grant me an audience with my ancestors. Stand in the middle of us and allow them to take a little bit of our energy. Not much, just a little bit. Let them know that we are here for them and that we understand. Thank you, Baron. To my ancestors, to every ancestor out there who done put it on the line, who done who done gave up their life, limb, and liberty, just so they could make that person that they had in the back of their mind happy, just so they could do whatever they had to do for their family members, for their country. I want to say I see you and I thank you and I praise you and I give you honor and all the praises that come from with me. I thunder back and I say thank you, amen, and bless your heart and bless your soul and bless your offspring and bless your lineage and bless everything about you, because I knew that some of y'all went to y'all grave without having anybody, without having anything to talk to, without having anybody to relate to, because nobody can relate to your pain and your sorrow that you're going through. But you understood it and you set it aside and you understood you had a purpose. To all my ancestors that's out there serving in the military, that lost their lives, that gave up their lives, protecting, defending a culture, a place to where they felt out of place at. Even if they felt like this country wasn't there, they still put it on the line and they still did what they had to do, not just for country, but for family that was still living in that particular place. I thank you. I know what you did and I see you and I recognize you. I ask that you guys come back and you help our wounded warriors get right. Help them, fix them, control them, heal them. To all the nurses out there, the first responders, EMTs who put it on the line, who rush in to make sure it happened, make sure everybody is safe and healed and patched up, and nobody understands the sorrows and the pain that you go through. Every night you're seeing blood, guts, losing this, that, and you come home and still have to smile, and it puts you in a depressive state, and then you never know what you may do. I thank you, I recognize you, and I see you. And I thank you so much. Y'all put it on the line. To all the people in the badges, the good ones that wear that put on that blue and know why they put it on, and they go out there to make a difference, not to sit up there and play politics. You put that gun on your hip and you put that badge on your chest and you go out there and you do whatever you got to do for the better, greater good, and you risk getting shot down, bullets flying past your head, and some of y'all can't take it. And I know there's a lot of cops that put that gun in their mouth. I want to say I understand you and I see where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, and I thank you for putting it on the line for me. I thank you for putting it on the line for your family. Your family, thank you. Take a little bit of my energy and heal yourself. We know, we understand, and if we didn't know, God damn it, we know now. We understand where you're coming from, and we're going to start honoring you and giving you the respect and the thanks that you deserve for us standing on your shoulders. To all the men out there who have put themselves in harm's way of women, getting them up to the point where they need to be to grow, and investing in them to the point where it did to your own detriment. I see you, brother. You did what you did. It was some good ones out there. Still is. But I see you all. I thank you. I praise you. And I give you thanks. Because it probably was some man that took my mama when she wasn't nothing and put her in a spot where she can see daylight to create me. So I thank you, ancestors. And to the women out there, oh my God, to the women out there who sit up there and nurture us men. Get us to the point where we can grow, strive, and thrive. Clean our asses up and get us to the point where we can be somebody, hold our head up with dignity. And you sitting up there letting yourself gain weight, letting yourself do everything, not doing your hair, not doing your nails, just taking the bumps and the bruises. And then you pass away or you get traded off. And I want to thank you guys the most, because as God, as a woman, you are God, you are my God. I just want to thank you all the most that you guys sit up there and y'all do it. Y'all put it on the line. A mother will sacrifice everything before the father of the animal kingdom would, to make sure their baby's okay. So especially y'all gods of women, I want to thank you all. We don't know how y'all suffer in silence. We don't know how y'all cry. We don't know. We can't relate. We men. Only thing we can do is hold your hand. But I want to pray for all them ancestors out there who had to go through this, that unknowing if a person cared for them, unknowing if a person never seen what they did for them, not knowing if a person really recognized the pain and the strife and the suffering they done been through for them. I see it, we know it, and if we don't see it, God damn it, we gonna pray and we gonna act like we see it, because we're gonna give you your honors and your glories and your prayers and your protection and your strength through us. Take a little bit of our energy, just a little bit, not much, to help you with that situation, so you can hear us and feel us and understand that we know you are loved. We know you are appreciated. I thank you so much, ancestors. Keep us strong. Keep healing so you can continue to heal us. And we will keep on giving you energy so you can heal. And as that circle goes around, you make us a stronger, better, safer, more well-rounded human being on this planet to exist in these realms. As you know, I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a God any day. I thank you so much. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be. People, this is not a game, and we are going to heal our ancestors, and we are going to heal them so that they could come back and heal us, because we're not going to get it from some mystical book. We're not going to get this type of healing from some man in the sky, some imaginary fella in the sky. We're not going to get this shit by casting all the goddamn spells on the planet. We're not going to get this type of healing, this type of wholeness, until we heal them, because they reside in us. They reside on every last one of our chakras. They are in that gate. They are in that emotional spectrum. And if we can't heal them, we can't see shit. And people, we got 12 houses to get to before we can obtain glory, nirvana. And if we are constantly in agony because of something they went through, we can't get to nirvana. So heal them. Focus your prayers on healing them. Focus your prayers on every scenario you could think about in your mind. Focus your prayers on making sure that ancestor that went through that give you the energy, give you the strength, and give you their insight on how they overcame it or what they did to not overcome it. And you could be your own therapist. You could be your own healer. You could be your own counselor. Then you could counsel others, and you can heal others in the 3D here and now. And that's what it's about. Well, I ain't gonna hold you long. I'm gone. I want y'all to be good today. And if you see somebody out there you know putting it on the line for you, if you just take the time to just get out your own goddamn feeling, your own personality, just drop your own ego and look around and see who is your help coming from. Who is the person that's going to always give you gas money? Who is the person that's always going to be there for you, be a listening ear for you, be your therapist? Who that person that's always going to make sure you got food in your belly? Friend, family member, don't matter. That person that you seeing, they ain't smiling no more. They so depressed, but they still carrying on doing the same thing. They ain't got that glow in their eyes no more. They still depressed, but they doing the same thing, making sure you don't see their issues. You thank them. You hug them. You embrace them. Give a little bit back. Let's give them a little bit of flowers while they live right now. But more importantly, thank them ancestors. Praise them ancestors. Let's build them up. Give them your energy. It's working. It's helping. Again, due to the comments and the emails I'm getting, it's working. People are feeling better about their past lives, and people are feeling better about their aunties, their moms, their abusive cousins and fathers and all that stuff there. They healing, people. We healing. That's what it's all about. We've been separated and tore down too long. We can't heal each other. We can't come together as a culture. We can't come together as family because we have so much pain and regret inside of us, and issues with aunties and uncles and cousins and then they have children, and we cast that shit off on them, and we don't want to be friends with them because they don't understand your pain. So fuck them, right? Let's heal that energy, because we need each other right now. We need each other more than anything. Our spirit need to combine. Our spirit need to combine. Our communities need to combine. Our love for our women need to combine. Women, the love for your fellow man need to combine. We need to stop this warring and bickering and bitching. They tearing our ass apart. Just isolating and separation. That's the name of the game. You could be the best person on the planet. You could be putting your ass on the line for every single body in your family. But because they're not around you, and because you feel they don't respect you, you don't even go and look at them. And because they may not love you or respect you like you love them, they don't even notice you. But they ass eating, they ass living, they ass enjoying life off of you. You may be the one ignoring. You may be the one getting ignored. But we gonna make sure our ancestors understand we there, and tell them to heal them fucked up sides of our family's brain and our brain that got us ignoring one another. Deprogram that shit and let's heal. Let's get it together, people. Didn't mean to sound like a preacher this morning, but what can I say? I consider myself a master teacher at this point in the game. And we learning, baby. I'm learning with you, you learning from me. And we gonna get this shit, and we gonna be the best tribe ever. You got me? All right, everybody. I normally end this thing by saying, hey, check out my premieres every Monday, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Come through, see what the Soul Tribe talk about, the chats, enjoy it, laugh, have fun, meet the personalities, meet the people. Oh my God. See, can you guess what spirit is talking about? See, can you guess what the person that's getting the reading is holding back? Spirit is always on point and is always healing and therapy in those things. This tomorrow night will be the Tuesday. I was doing it once. I turned the free tarot Tuesday for the Patreons into one Saturday, but I'm feeling good, so I'm gonna do another one. Tuesday, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you're a Patreon, be there to get your one free question answered. Please keep it light. Please keep it light. No questions about should I go and divorce somebody. Please keep it light. This is quick. A lot of stuff go into this. Just keep it light. Ask questions, straight questions. The greetings is cool, but I want to make sure I get everybody. And let's see what's going on. Also, check out my other YouTube channel, True Spook TV. It deals with real life spooky stories. Some of them scary, some of them just spooky. And you get to see what the Baron went through as a child, all the mystical shit that I was going through. And Grandma do make an appearance, and she cursed a lot in that bitch. So go enjoy a real story that actually happened. True. Can't make it up. I give you dates, streets. I give you news articles, whatever it takes for you to realize that this spooky shit happened. This was going on back then. Nothing coming out of my mouth is a lie. That's why I call it True Spook. You can Google and look it up. If I'm not mistaken, Sybil with a Scythe Googled and found the lady from the last story, and she did her research and she found the lady, and yes, so it was a lady. So I ain't telling you no lies. This shit happened, and go enjoy a story. And what else can I say? Go check out my website. I got my brick dust. I'm gonna promote it now because it's been selling like hotcakes. I gotta get in that backyard and make some more. This is the Baron's brick dust. It's made with it. Listen, when I put a lot of grinding and put a lot of stuff into it, this bitch is made to line your house and protect. And out there, brick dust costs so much. I made this very affordable. And this bottle right here can do 2 to 3 apartments or 2 houses. You just line your window sills with it on the inside. It's pet safe, no heavy odors, none of that. It's well worth it. And it kill roaches from what I'm hearing. I get a lot of this bitch killing roaches. I ain't trying to put the Meineke out of the mission, whatever they call that, the pet people out. I'm just trying to get them demons up out your house and protect them demons from coming to your house. Okay, so y'all go check out the website oursoulmatters.com and see is there anything on there you like. I got t-shirts, True Spook t-shirts. I spoke to the Baron t-shirt. I got all that stuff up there. Just go and see what you like. And I'm finna go ahead and LSA, I will help you make the brick dust, but I'm working that day. Hey, I be throwing in the blender. Them ninja blenders are a motherfucker. They should give me a damn deal to promote ninja blenders. Cause I live by them bitches. I got like 3 of them bitches in there. All right, everybody. Well, I'm finna get off this thing. I'm the Baron, telling you guys to trust the you in the universe. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. S.O.L tribe.